So last episode we worked on all of these buildings over here, and right now I'm going to be working on the pathways so that all of the buildings are connected using coaster. And over here I'm going to be transitioning the granite slabs into our coaster that we have over there. So let's get straight into it. And yeah, we finished our neat granite path, and now we're going to work on the transition. Alright, so I just finished our little pathway here, and we've also made this nice tree along here, and we've also added some rocks to kind of show that this area is a little mountainous. And right now I'm gonna go head to the end to get some shulkers. I ended up with a stack in 31, so that's enough for me, and I'm gonna head back to the base to start with the interiors. I just finished the interior for our first building here, and we got flowers on the banners on the outside right here. And walking inside, we have, gonna close that, we have some bookshelves, a hanging pot. We also have some scaffolding there, some foliage, a nice painting, some candles, and then some more pots here. Moving on to this side, we have some compost for all of the needed bone meal. And over here, we have a nice use of hanging signs. Really love this area. And moving upstairs, we have a nice place where all of our plants are fertilized using the end rods right there. We got some more plants over here. And moving on to this side, we got a hanging sign. Really love the use of the hanging signs. We also have some glowberries and a nice weird looking redstone repeater. I'm not sure why I put that there, but I just did. I'm not very good with interiors, so I think this turned out pretty well, and I'm happy with it. So I've now built the foundations of our wool farm, and we have a little conveyor belt there going upstairs. I'm hopefully gonna put my sheep farm here, but there doesn't seem to be much room, so I might just put it underground. I also think it's pretty nice to have a conveyor belt here so that all of the shepherds can drop their wool here, and they'll eventually get into a bin with all of their wool, so it's a lot easier for them. So right now I just dug out this whole area for all of my sheep to go in. I wasn't able to put it upstairs because it was a bit too small. We have all of the materials there, and going upstairs we have a nice area where all of our shepherds can work in. We have some trapdoors, and we also have an employees must wash hands sign. I think that's very neat. We have a table in the middle, and we have a couple places where customers can buy their wool. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go downstairs so that I can finish all of my wool farms. If you also want to build this farm, you can follow along with me. We place a redstone right there and an observer facing this way. And next we're gonna put our dispenser on top right here, like that. And then we're going to build in our collection system. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab the rails, hopper minecart, and then I'm just gonna break these two blocks down here. And I'll also need a hopper, so I'm gonna get that real quick and make sure it's facing towards the chest. For the top of the hopper, we're gonna add a rail, a hopper minecart, break the temporary block, and then we can collect all of these back. And then we just need grass on top of the minecart hopper, and it should be finished. Grabbing some more leaves so I can rebuild a new one because I was inspired by beat-ups. Thank you. Alright, so I did just mention that our tree was pretty ugly, so I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of all of that. It's really inaccurate, so we got a bunch of dark oak leaves, some oak leaves, tough, and then our oak logs. So just gonna get rid of this and get rid of that too. Don't know why it's floating there, but I'm gonna make this a whole lot better and more accurate. So I'm gonna get rid of this whole tree and start with the base of the tree first. So we now have the base of the tree. We can see all of the trunks are going outwards and a lot more longer so that it's a lot more supportive for the leaf that's gonna go on there. And I think I can add a couple more spruce fences, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So for oak, I used a lot of these spruce fences, their slabs, we got stairs and some trap doors to kind of give it a lot more realistic look. And you can see that a lot of these stuff sloped a bit nicely, so gives it a lot more realism to it. And oh, okay. I took a lot of inspiration for trees from B-dubs and also from real trees that I see in real life. And we're gonna use oak leaves on the bottom because they have a lot more of a darker shade, and then dark oak leaves on top for a lot more lighter shade. Quick mention that I wasn't able to show the finished product of the tree until later on in the video. This was because of some technical difficulties, but in the meanwhile I will be doing some interiors. So stick around until the end. So right now we just finished the interior of this restaurant, and you can see that we have a lot of stuff going on. We have this little area. Matter of fact, I think I can use some dark oak leaves or just normal leaves. Yeah, oak leaves are fine. So I'm just gonna add a couple more bits up there and then kind of make it look like it's hanging down, so it's a lot more luscious. Maybe add another there, and it gives a lot more life to your build. I think leaves are a great way, depending on what vibe you're going for. I can even add some right here, make sure that it looks like it's sloping down a little bit, and then another one right there and right here, and it is finished. It looks very, very nice. We got this little area where the waiters can spend time at, and then we have the seating areas for all of our customers, and the upstairs area is for the chefs. So if we come up here, we got some little decoration at the entrance, but it's gonna be a chef's area. It's gonna look very nice. I have it planned out in my mind, but right now it's a little bad. You can see a glimpse of that tree right there. I wasn't able to show it, but I will need to work on this top area, so hit the montage. Alright, so we just finished our little kitchen upstairs, and over here we have a stove. We got some extra stuff up top. We have a little place where the waiters can serve all of their drinks. And then going over here, oh, we got some stuff on the floor. We got a little storage area with some more greenery. We also have a place where the chefs can take their orders. We got beef, fries, pasta, chicken, etc. Lots of stuff. We got beehives as tables. And then we got some more decoration using candles, pots. We also have a fridge, along with a place where we have books stored. Can be like cookbooks. You might have also noticed things on the top of my screen. I'm gonna put some stuff away and get rid of that. So the one with the big arrow is where I can change my FOV. So you can see I can switch to 30 to max. Usually keep it at 87.6. I will link these down in the description below. And the second one is the one with the human icon. So I can change my perspective there. But right now, gonna work on the other interiors. So I'm gonna do the gift shop, and I can't really work on my bakery yet because of all the sheep in there. But before I do any of that, I got something to show you, and it is our beautiful tree. So you can see that we used a lot of these pale hanging roots, and we also added a spore blossom to give these nice green particle effects. And then here down on the bottom we use some pale moss, some tough blocks, gives a nice shady color to the tree. And we added these just so it can look like roots, and I really love how this turned out. A lot more realistic than my last one. And right now we're gonna work on our gift shop, our tavern also. I can't put our bakery in yet because I need to get all the sheep down into their pens or the automatic wool farm down there. While I do that, I'm gonna work on our tavern here. Guess who forgot to record the whole interior building? Me. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you the whole walkthrough. We got some tables set up here, a nice bookshelf, and then we used brewing stands along with barrels, and we have a nice greenery on the roof. We got some plates, some pots to act as cups. We also got a place where barrels can sit. I'm glad that we did the double wall so that it can be inside of the walls instead of outside of it or like in the building, so it takes up a lot less space, so that's good. We have more brewing stands, more cups, a little storage area with crafting table. We also have a good use of hanging signs. I really like how it can be used like that. And we also have this trapdoor where people can get through or employees can get through. And I like how this whole place is small, but it is easy to traverse a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and do all of the other ones. Quick montage break to show you what I have been working on. So I've completely cut off this third floor for our gift shop here, just so I have a lot less room to work with. And I've done this by creating a darker vibe by using tough blocks on the inside for the windows we have over there. And we also have little stands showing pumpkins, cotton candy, which is just wind charges. And over on this side, we're gonna add some acacia trapdoors here. But on this side, we have a nice pale roof, and I've done the same thing as we did for our other building. And I've completely cut off this floor by using the same tough blocks, and I think it's just a very nice little thing to do. It gives me a lot of time. And down here on the first floor, we have a nice small gift shop also. Uh, we have a nice stand in the middle right here. We also have bookshelves to the side. We have beehives to represent tables. And I really love this part. We got a trident, we got some resin. We also have trail keys just to act as souvenirs. We also put a heavy core there. And I really like that because it sets it apart from a lot of the square blocks that we have. So a nice change. And we also have a little space right there, crafting table, pots, scaffolding. And now we're gonna cut to the part where I'm finished. Boom! So everything's pretty much the same. The only thing I added was the details and also the blue orchids there. I also added a hanging sign because I really love those blocks for some reason. We also have a little table here just to fill in the space. And we also have a bit of storage, a lot more foliage. We also have more hanging signs. And moving here we have a couple of books, more greenery. We also have dyes and shovels for some reason. And we also have little decoration stuff on top. We also have this little area with more hanging signs. We also have a pot, candles, another pot, and yeah, that's pretty much it for the gift shop. I'm really happy of the way it turned out. And I'm not really used to building interiors, but I have learned a lot while building all of this. And I have a couple more buildings or interiors to do, so I'm gonna head straight over and do all of that. Alright, so now we are finished with our bakery slash pizza shop interior. So, starting off, we have this very nice entrance. You can see the workstations where the chefs can sit at and cook stuff. So we have our oven right over here, and we also have some smokers. I like the use of this oak trapdoor. You can see through into the oven. And we also have some hanging signs, a place where employees can wash their hands. And we also have a pizza dough over here. We have some extra storage for the chefs. We have a nice ventilation system over here using andesite. And we also have a place where the smoke can come out. Or I can just put books in there just so it gives the chefs a nice place where they can store their cookbooks or recipes. I didn't finish the second floor just because the pizza shop was pretty small and it wasn't necessary to have that second floor. So moving on to our little fish shop, which isn't really a fish shop, more of a place where you can, I don't know, it seems like some pawn shop or something. But this is where the person can sit, watch all the customers. Oh, probably shouldn't have put that trapdoor there. But hopefully I won't be stepping over that too much. Got some extra stuff over here, and going upstairs we have a nice luscious area where the pawn shop owner puts a lot of his stuff. We got barrels, chests, some pots. We also have beehives, and I love using these. Gives a nice table effect. We also have some random stuff here. I also boarded up these windows just because on the inside the floor is kind of touching where the window is, and I didn't really want that, so I just boarded it up on the inside, but on the outside it's pretty nice. So that's basically it. If you made it this far into the video, I just want to thank you so much for watching this whole thing. It took me a long time to make, and I had a lot of fun building all of these interiors. So just want to thank you for showing me all of that support. I really appreciate it. And if you did enjoy this video, leave a like, maybe comment down on what I should do next, and also subscribe to my channel to help support me even more. Just want to thank you for making it this far, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.